this is Ann Angelo Webb, the Animal Intuitive. This is the Animal Intuitive Show, where we give animals a voice through weekly episodes about animal communication, natural pet care, and interviews with experts in the fields of animal care and advocacy. In today's episode, I'm going to be speaking with Charlie, who's a beautiful dog who was actually rescued from the Chinese meat industry. Also, if you have any suggestions for future episodes, please let me know below and hit the subscribe button so you'll be updated about future episodes. Come on, all you doggies, won't you walk with me? I'm the puppet dog. Okay, he says the first thing I get is like small one in the pack, as though this is a pack order issue. Something to do with his initial group, where his status in that group when he was born.
Ah, okay.
He says like small one.
Okay, yep. Yep.
He shows me himself like looking this way, looking that way, looking behind him. And that's symbolic of how he feels, like he's checking all the time.
Yes, he does, yes. Mm-hmm.
He goes like this, like you petting him right here.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Yeah.
He likes that. That's soothing.
Yes, good, okay.
He mentions panting, like he starts to pant, and that's...
all the time.
Yeah. I'm going to ask him if he knows what he needs.
Yes, perfect.
He calls it swaddling. He shows me like a blanket or your arms around him with a blanket on him and like tightness. He really benefits from that feeling of being swaddled.
Okay, so maybe a jacket.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, okay, I've thought of that. Okay. Mm-hmm.
He brings up his paw and puts his paw like in your hand.
That's how he wakes me up in the morning.
Oh.
With his paw. It's my alarm clock.
God, that's great.
Yeah.
It's a perfect alarm clock.
Perfect alarm clock.
Yeah. He says, sometimes I just need to go in a dark room. I feel like a cave feeling, like...
Oh, okay. Oh.
Closed off.
He likes that?
Yeah, he says just... Okay. He needs to know that he doesn't necessarily love it that, like, if you leave... but he likes that feeling of being in that cave-like kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. He, by the way, I feel his heart. He says, I love that we're doing this. I love that we're talking. He's like, this is my chance. This is my...
That's exactly, I kept telling him that. I said, now's your moment. Talk to her.
He is. He's taking advantage of it. He says he's very aware that you've been trying to help him with this issue for a while. Mm. He says, I get a little bit... He says about himself that he gets frustrated. Like he starts to think like, why can't I get over this? What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Do you see that in him?
Yeah, I see that he's like when he'll go after a dog and I try to redirect, then he'll just go and try to, and I think it's self-soothe by going for grass and eating mounds of grass. And I think I think that's his way of figuring out what else to do rather than go after the dog. Yeah. So I think that's really smart.
It is, yeah. He's redirecting himself.
He's redirecting himself. But at the same time, he eats mounds of grass that's concerning.
Right.
Because of the chemicals. I can't stop him from that.
Wow, okay.
And I didn't know if it was his stomach or just soothing to him.
It's anxiety. You're right. It's absolutely right. He's redirecting himself. He's like,
okay, good.
What do I do with this?
What do I do now? Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Could you ask him what I could do in place of that? Is there anything I can help him with that?
Okay, so this is literally, you're outside, you're on a walk, you see a dog, and then bam, he's barking, reacting, and then he'll go over to the grass.
I try to redirect him as soon as he takes his eye off the dog. If I call him, then he goes right to the grass and starts eating mounds and mounds of grass. And even without seeing a dog, I just think it's some kind of anxiety thing, and I don't know how to help him through it, Ann.
I see hands on his back, like right below the shoulder, like midway down his back,
Yes.
and pressure.
No, I don't do that.
So it feels like, or you're trying to pull him, something.
I bet it's his halter. I bet it's the harness. I bet that's what you're referencing to when I'm pulling. That's probably, yes, that makes sense.
He keeps saying, I wish I didn't even see them. Like he doesn't, if he could just not see them, he'd be okay.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep.
If he could go in a different direction, that helps. Like just take his attention away from it.
Once he's there, it happens within the blink of an eye. If I don't see the dog first, it's very hard to redirect. Sometimes I can. Sometimes he's gotten better, but he's tried.
Okay. Something that comes up is using an essential oil consistently with him.
Okay.
A calming oil. Something that would just help him to not necessarily only just before he goes out. Yes, before he goes out, but consistently having him in a, it's a process of helping to change his outlook in a sense.
Yes. Yeah.
So it needs to be consistent.
Like a lavender?
Lavender could work. That one, let me see. Let me just tune in and see what feels right for him. I do get chamomile.
Oh, okay.
German chamomile. I get like diffusing in your home. This would be the ultimate where he's kind of bathed in it. He gets it all the time.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit deep. So you're going to be working at this to get it to change from the inside out, that behavior. So it may take a little time. It's interesting because peppermint comes up for him. And it's nice for motivation if you're diffusing it and you're working it. Can help.
Would you do that? Would you do that as the number one, or would you go to the chamomile? Which one's stronger? Or a blend?
You know, with the oils, the ideal thing is you're going to alternate because the body can kind of get used to them, and then you just switch to something else and come back to, just go back and forth and back and forth. And they do different things. So it's intuitive to some extent. You seem like somebody who's very in tune. So you would kind of know, like, now I feel like he needs this. Now I know I feel like he needs that. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel as though actually the chamomile is more of a morning thing, though. Again, interestingly, it's like
isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the peppermint's later.
Okay.
And the valor later.
Okay.
Yeah. And the valor's like, it's what it sounds like, the point of it. So you have kind of a a dog with like a low, almost like low self-esteem, or, he's got that intimidated factor.
Yeah.
Valor being something that would boost him up a little bit.
Okay.
I get that third, as far as those 3 oils, I get valor third. Like if you were, wanting to try 1 or 2, that would be the last one. He says I am high energy, so getting that energy out of me, I see him, running around, getting it out of his system, calming him down a lot. He says a lot of reassurance. I need to be connected and to hear you saying to me, like, it's okay. It's like he needs to be reminded of the connection. So even before you step out the door to go on a walk, connecting in with him and saying, we're going on a walk. We may see another dog. I'm here. I'm in control, but doing that telepathically.
I do that.
Good.
I do that with him. So we're going to go for a walk, and we're going to have a nice walk. We're just going to pretend those dogs aren't even there.
Awesome.
We're just going to keep walking.
That's great. Good.
Yeah.
Keep doing that.
Yeah, okay.
He says path and shows me sidewalk.
Yep.
So, okay, so let's see where
Yes.
he's going with that.
Yes.
Sniff.
Yep.
Okay.
Many places that we go. Mm-hmm.
He's like sniffing as he's going along that. I'm just see where he's headed with this, because he's taking me on a little journey.
Sniffs a lot. I let him sniff.
Hi.
There he is. Now, this is where the anxiety comes. This is where he'll. Yep. Yep. Okay. Baby, down. Right. Sit. Shh. It's okay. Talk to Ann.
You could try. I don't know if you can reach him there, but put your finger like right here. And just
I tried that. I
pressure.
saw you do that.
Okay.
Acupuncture. Doesn't let me do it for very long.
Yeah. Sometimes the head, you know, and there's a point up here too, on the top too.
Okay.
And yeah, those are good points. There he is.
Go get one.
So yeah, I said, what is going on for you right now? He says, it's like I need attention. This is where the reassurance. I'm trying to get attention for reassurance.
Okay. Go get bone. Go get Chewbone. Chewbone. Go get it. Get Chewbone. Go get it.
Just to say, I like that you're doing that, because I'm getting, like, what's the solution for this?
Right.
And, you know, the whole theory with dog training, a lot of times the dog trainers will tell people not to do reassurance. So tuning in to see what effect that has on him. It seems like the more planned out sort of like pressure points, I do get that feeling too. It's bringing me back to the back. Putting your hand between his shoulder blades, like the palm of your hand, and a little pressure just to like calm him, intentional. And then when you directed him to the bone, I got that was I got a good feeling about that much like the grass, like when he's trying to redirect himself, that you're redirecting him to something good.
Yes.
The bone.
Yes. He just started teal chasing. So instead of the bone, he thought about it, but then he went and started teal chasing. That's a new behavior.
Okay. I see you taking him elsewhere, away from getting him out of that spinning. Okay, and this is where I get you like lie down and doing something like if you had it, an essential oil, but also the pressure point. It's like trying to break that.
Or I redirect to the bone. Yeah, you got it. I am a dog trainer.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I'm in touch with you, because from what I know from his background, it's pretty horrific. And I have tried anything and everything, and it's getting to the point where I'm pretty desperate.
What comes up is that I see a blue color come over him like that. And I feel like that's the peppermints coming in again. So he may be getting, in a sense, like overheated. And that's to help with like calming him down.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Because the holistic vet put him on those herbs. Mm-hmm. I think it was to cool his body down.
Okay, yeah.
And he changed his foods to cooling foods. Okay. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely. So like fish and pork and stuff like that he put him on?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Good. That's great.
So that's really a good read.
Yeah, he's...
How can I help him with that? Well, the oils, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like the oils are going to be something to add to it to help him. So as far as what you could do too with like acupressure for the heating, like overheating almost. As you're going down the spinal column and you feel the bumps down the middle. Okay. So the acupressure points are as you come down on each of those vertebrae, a little bit to the off the center on each side is the bladder meridian.
Okay, so I know what you're talking about because I do that. The holistic vet told me to do that. He said that one of the best things you can do is just run your hands down or your fingers down the spine.
Yes, okay. And you'll hit all those points actually.
Okay.
But that's great that he said to go down the center, because those are the major points that you want to hit. You can hit like every organ in the body that way.
Okay, I'll put more focus on that. All right.
Yeah, and then if you add something like an oil, so you put like a
Yeah.
drop or two of oil into the palm of your hand, swirl it, and just go right down his back with that, like especially,
Gotcha.
yeah, that'll be great.
Perfect. Perfect.
So,
That feels good. That feels good. Yeah.
yeah.
That feels good to me. Mm-hmm.
Good. And then also the ear tips.
I do that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Ear tips.
yeah, and put the oil inside of
On
the,
the-
right at the top of the ear tip is where you'd put the oil. You don't want it to ever drip into the ear, so it's just
Yep.
a little bit on your fingertip
Okay.
there and there.
Does he want to play with other dogs, or is he just not interested? Because he'll play with them, but I can get, maybe if it's the right dog, which is far and few between, 3 minutes of fun play, maybe 5 tops, and then he goes into reactive. He starts chasing the dog.
So he wants to, but let me go into what that feels like when he says it's like the switch flips, and all of a
Yes.
sudden I'm thinking, oh crap, I've let my guard down. Now I'm in this situation.
Right. Yeah.
I better.
Yeah.
It's like an overcompensation.
Yeah. So true. That's how I see it. So true.
Yeah, and he wants to. He does. He's like, he feels so free when he's playing. He gets to experience life without thinking and anxiety and worry. He's having fun. See anything else? He says sense, like the scent. I get that chamomile again in that situation.
It's funny you keep saying scent, because yesterday I was working with him and I saw a search dog in him.
Oh, okay.
He had a behavior that was like search. He came and got me and went back and barked.
Oh, cool.
So I'm kind of thinking maybe we could do something with that.
Scent training, yeah. Yeah, I feel like anything to get his mind engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a lot going on. He needs that redirection all the time. Tire him out, wear him out.
Oh my God.
Yeah. As best you can, I should say.
It's like I can't move anymore. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, without
Yeah, but that's what I
yourself
do.
out.
I try. Yeah.
It's a lot.
His food is satisfying enough. He's getting enough out of his food.
He says, I really like my food. The fish keeps coming up. Like, fish really agrees with him.
Yeah, okay. Good.
Yeah. And I get a little bit of pork or beef, a little.
I gave him a little bit this morning, just a tiny bit of beef. Yeah.
I am seeing some grass. So now this is interesting.
Oh, good.
I'm getting that he may, to make sure that he has enough greens in that. Just something about the fiber aspect. He needs.
Okay,
that.
because I added green beans to his
Good.
meals, so I'll keep adding more fiber.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
You're hitting it in. You're hitting it. Yeah, man.
Well, you're hitting it. You're obviously very much already doing this. You're like many people. You're already picking up on a lot of stuff. It's just the teasing it out and confrontation.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes when it's your own pet, you need to tease it out.
It's hard when it's your own pet.
It is. Yeah. Especially when you've got serious issues going on.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
he brings up a female dog that he likes, but he has had a reaction to. It's like almost like a little kid, like who likes a girl, but like he's reacting in almost like an aggressive way, or overreacting, but he likes her. He's seen this dog.
He just met one last week. That's the one we played with for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay, so he wants to play with her, but
But yeah.
Yeah, he had that response at that point, or
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He played for a few minutes and then but she turned around and kind of told him, knock it off. And the owner said she's never done that before. Like, she was standing up for herself.
Good. That's
So I said, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a very passive dog. She's great.
Oh, I think he's a little sweet on her. He likes her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Next week, honey. We'll take you back next week. We'll get her number.
He says he also draws me to he shows your hand going down his back, but he draws me in particular that feels good is base of his spine into his tail.
He loves
Like
that.
drawing it out. Yeah. Likes that a
Loves
lot.
that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's so sweet. He really is a sweet dog. He's just
Yeah,
some
he's
stuff.
really sweet. He's worked hard.
Yeah.
Now, can you see into their past at all?
I can ask them if they're willing to share. Were you just trying to like know a little bit about
Well,
where he came from? Or?
I think I know where he came from. I know he came from China. He was
Oh,
from
wow.
a illegal meat trade,
Oh, wow.
slaughterhouse
Okay.
dogs.
Okay.
So that's why I kept him. They had him on tons of trazodone, and I said I can't. I started out fostering him, and I said I can't. No one will know what to do with him, and that's why I adopted him.
Oh.
I have a gut feeling it's from what he saw, because they kill him right in front
Yeah,
of him.
yeah. As you said that, I just went, like
Did you get goose? I just get
he
goosebumps, and
he saw.
he
He
saw
knew what he
really.
was gonna. He saw dogs being taken, and
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
couldn't you just cry?
it's
Yeah.
awful. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
I think he
he's
truly saw that. Do you agree?
yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He knew,
yeah.
and we're taught the chaos, like
Yes.
the fear and it turns into anger. Like I get the feeling of him switching into, it's so terrifying, and then it switches into this. Okay, so I gotta defend myself. I gotta show that you
Right.
don't mess with me. And
He was uncontrollable.
oh my
So
gosh,
that's why I'm so proud of him. I mean,
yeah,
just see, you can see from how you're feeling about him, just where he's at is pretty amazing.
yeah. Oh, how
But I
wonderful
wanted to make
to
sure I
see.
had the right read on that I'm not, does he feel I think about that too much? Or, for God's sakes, Mary, just let it go? Is that what
Yeah,
he's saying?
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, I don't want to think about that. Why would we want to think about
Right,
that?
yeah. Stop feeling sorry for me. Move on, kind of
Yeah.
a thing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so many of them, I don't know, we as humans, we want to process stuff, and sometimes we have to. It's just how humans are. I mean, my history, I'm a licensed clinical social worker, so
Right,
I've seen it.
right.
People need to, but animals, there can be an aspect of that in like doing release, like energy work, things like that, but they
Mm-hmm.
do not like to dwell and mull over the past. They're like, why? Like, we
Right,
don't get that.
right,
It's,
right.
um,
And can you tell me why there are certain dogs, like usually the black dogs, like black labs?
mhm.
Um, what can you? I know they don't see color so much, but
Is that his particular like
yeah, like
reactivity?
if he sees like usually the black labs, I feel like there's always an energy that he's probably feeling from them. But yeah, I'm like, oh, a black dog, turn around, move away, or dark, like a dark brown, or
He says there was one that intimidated him, and I feel like this dog was quite aggressive.
okay, yeah, you're right, a pit bull, okay.
Yep. It
He
just,
bit him. Okay.
yeah,
But it was
quite.
even before that, so maybe it's gotten worse. Okay. That answers that.
Love this dog.
Definitely. It
Well, thank God. And how did you get him, when you worked with him, how did you get him to stop?
was all about redirecting. Chew bone in his
Okay,
mouth. Chew bone, or
awesome.
I'd click and when he stopped, I'd click and treat.
So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to reach me directly, you can email me at ann@intuitivetouchanimalcare.com, or my website has lots of information about scheduling a session for animal communication with me, or if you're local, massage, acupressure, and of course I'm always happy to talk with anyone about essential oils, and that's www.intuitivetouchanimalcare.com. And if you would like some help with your dog, Mary, where are you located and what's the name of your business?
My business name is Mary Keefe. It's my name, Mary Keefe Dog Training. I'm located in Plymouth, Massachusetts. They can email me at marykeefe117@gmail.com.
Okay, wonderful. You've done some amazing things with Charlie, so I'm sure you could help a lot of people out there. Rub my belly, rub my belly.